Welcome back to the podcast. On this episode, I have Tim and Terry from Alien Ant Farm to talk about the band's brand new album, Mantras, as well as their awesome social media presence and a lot more. If you enjoy the podcast, make sure and rate it 5 stars on your favorite podcast platform, as well as subscribe. Also, shout out to SeatGeek, where you can get $20 off your first time order using promo code Denning at checkout, as well as head over to emails.dead.com for 20% off your entire order using promo code Denning20 at checkout. And with that being said, this is my episode with Tim and Terry of Alien Ant Farm. Enjoy. Cool. We're hanging out. Terry, give me some.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep. Tim's in the house.
Hey, how are you?
Cool, man. But yeah, dude, I am pumped to hang out with you guys. It has been some tech issues in the way, but we got it. But
Yeah, definitely. Glad to be here, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, dude, of course. You guys have been home for like what, a month now since download, or?
Not really. Maybe
4 weeks.
going on 3, maybe like 2.5 weeks. Yeah. Maybe.
Okay. So kind of settled in and kind of decompressed a little
Yeah, every
Just
tour,
about
it seems
settled
like
in.
it takes me a little bit more every time. So
bit. Is that so? Okay. That's interesting to know. I mean, it takes a couple days, but now longer that you're, because you've been, I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
you could
I mean, because
say.
you're late 40s.
Yeah, man, exactly.
Yeah, that's,
But
yeah.
yeah, in my late 30s, I definitely am feeling a little wrung out, like at the end of a tour. So I don't know. It's all good. It's nothing like some naps can't fix.
I mean, that's what I worry about too, whereas like I'm in my mid 30s. I'm like, I can't do show to show to show back to back to back, during the week anymore.
I'm
It's
just
an
glad
hour.
I don't have to like be the main singer for a band, like the front man kind of guy who has to like carry that load. You can't get sick.
Yeah, how was download for you guys? I mean, I saw the crowds on like YouTube and socials. They were huge, man.
It's great.
Download was great. Yeah, that was cool. It was hectic. It was like a lot going on, but we had a great set with a lot of kids.
Awesome turnout.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean, did you guys play like middle of the day or?
It's
Yeah,
like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock or something.
yeah, like
Perfect.
going into the afternoon.
Yeah, that's like the perfect time to play. Is like you get, the set done, then you have, catering, and then you kind of move on to whatever it is you want to do.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Corn.
Yeah, man. Was it the only set, or did you see, their friends or?
Lots of friends. I saw Steel Panther for a minute.
Nice. Are you guys real tight with them, or?
But they're fun. They're always
Cool.
fun.
Yeah, there's just a lot of bands at those things, and too many bands to not like have friends that you've hung out with before and that you get along with. Look forward to seeing
Maybe like other crew people too that you haven't seen in a while.
crew
Or?
people,
Yeah.
fucking bands,
It's a trip.
everybody. Yeah, it's like
You get
summer
halfway
camp or
around the
some
world,
shit.
and there's so much going on that you don't even see like half the people you know are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see online after like you're gone, you see people posting, and you're like, oh fuck, you were there.
Huh? Yeah. That was the case over like in like is cell signal pretty bad over there too, or no? Okay.
Yeah.
I paid the money to
Yeah.
Okay.
the
You
T-Mobile gods.
mean on site at the festival or
Yeah.
in Europe in general?
No, on the festival site.
Did you pay to use festival Wi-Fi, Tim?
No, not festival. I just paid the T-Mobile gods, and I
Okay,
was blessed
so
with beautiful service the whole time.
anyways, the festivals are, they're what they are. It depends on where you are.
Yeah, I mean, I get it because it's like, I mean, the Warped Tour in DC cell service just tanked at say noon and then didn't go back up again until maybe 9 or 10.
It's
So
like
everyone's like,
peak
oh,
and-
yeah, everyone missed each other, and then
Where was that?
that was in DC.
At RFK or
Yeah, RFK.
at the last event at RFK?
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, it was in the fields and they got real muddy and like mucky and just it was kind of a mess, but it was cool.
Yeah. I don't think
RFK.
have they put that floor down
They
again?
did.
Oh, they did.
And like the water came shooting up at like 9 o'clock at night, and Yeah, it was something. But yeah, I mean, I'd still it was a good success. I mean, would you guys play Warped Tour if you guys were asked to, or
Yeah, I
I mean, I
imagine.
don't know. I really am kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I guess the ultimate answer to that would probably be yes. I mean, we did it in 2002.
yeah,
And if you know, like schedule and geographics like permit, I'm sure we would do it. You know. But I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm waiting to see what it's going to become, right? Because it's only like a handful of dates, right? It's not like a whole
yeah.
tour
It's
yet.
like
So
weekends. It's like
yeah, I feel
so
like Kevin's testing it out, see what's popping there, and then he'll probably plan the tour from there. But he's gonna need to he's gonna need to hire. He'll need the mixture of all the nostalgia bands and whatnot, but he's gonna need to hire a bunch of young ass bands to like kind of keep it moving up. I think,
yeah. I mean, there was some mix of like younger bands, but also some older bands too. I mean, it
Yeah.
was different where some bands played 30, some played 40, and some played for an hour. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's always well, I don't know what the deal is nowadays, but it was always like half hour sets
mhm,
and
yeah,
and you don't find out what time you're playing until noon because every day because Kevin makes the lineup, in the front half of the day or whatever. I
yeah.
remember those kind of rules or whatever. So whatever he's doing now, I'm sure it's a whole new festival world that he's pushing that into.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys would go over real well over there. I mean, I think, you guys have been a band for close to 30 years now. And
Well, yeah, nostalgia alone will have people in front of the stage. We're lucky enough to have like a fan base still like that likes to come out to shows and have fun. So I'm sure it'd be good. It'd be fun no
but
matter
I
what.
also think like at the same time, you guys have picked up new fans along the way, even just most recently.
Oh, yeah.
So it's maybe just not banking on nostalgia all the way, you know?
No, not all the way, definitely. I guess that's what I would say.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know what's funny? I think you guys are an example of like one of the best social media presences online. I think so.
But yeah,
Awesome.
Terry.
Like, yeah. Is that your deal, Terry?
Well, I don't know. You mean like as far as just like the way the formats look? Like
I mean, is it your creative controller?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, dude, shout out to you, man.
Thanks.
I point other bands towards your account online.
Really?
Dude, it's
Wow.
because I think of like the Smooth Criminal one where you guys are like busting in the house and just like, what would you guys do if we did this? Like to
Yeah.
me, like that's awesome. Like you guys don't take yourselves too seriously, but it's like, yeah, it's
And it's I can't take everything on stuff like that. Like, I mean, I post what we post, but the actual like content that we're creating is definitely everyone's hand involved. We have guys like Bryson Roach helping us out with creativity and guys like
yeah.
Gambit Studios helps us out a bit. You know what I mean? It's fun working with it's just like making a record with a producer or whatever, it's good to have everybody kind of everybody kind of throwing in on the stew, on the
Yeah,
chili.
I hear that. I mean, has there been any other
I just
ideas?
post it mainly, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but one thing I've learned, sorry, excuse me. One thing I've learned in doing that is that there is a funky little art to even just that, like to the way you kind of like post things and uh, it's weird. Anyway,
Timing or
yeah, timing, just the way you make it look,
Mhm.
overall visibility, like optics or everything. It's just interesting. I don't know. I've only learned from people like again, like I said, Bryson Roach and dudes that are like kind of like social media gurus. They're like pretty fun to like kind of to pick their brain or like just get little like ideas and methods and techniques from, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, has there been a favorite piece of content you guys have posted recently or
Shit, that fucking Corey Taylor
Oh,
giving
that was
Dryden
cool.
a vocal lesson and it just went viral like crazy. That was, I mean, it was Corey Taylor. What do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Loudwire at it? Yeah, has there been any other, like, ideas that you guys have kicked around that maybe, like, you guys are kind of keeping in your pocket for later? Like, I don't know, maybe, like, movies in the movie theater these days, in the
Yeah, I
grocery
don't know.
store?
Not anything like that I would be like into like throwing out there, but we're definitely thinking of different ideas for, what the 25th anniversary of anthologies coming next month.
Yeah,
Next
man.
month. My bad. Next year. Next month. No, next year.
I went, what?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, we have some time, luckily.
Yeah, I mean,
With stuff like that comes like promotions and just whatever we're gonna do, We have some ideas, some
I thought
release
about
ideas.
Wish at the skate park
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy they left you guys off the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack this time around.
Yeah, well, we were on the original one, so
Mhm.
that was I don't know, to me that was cooler than being on the re-release, but haters will hate, and we're happy to have the opportunity to kind of, it was like having a bonus hit, like
Yeah.
that a lot of people grew up on, you know what I mean? So it's like I feel like we've taken that as far as we can take it in a
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Would it have been as cool as like just to be included or whatever? That Yeah, whatever. Just like Tony Hawk said, you could just turn on your Spotify. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? But honestly, I feel like we got all the good shit out of that we were gonna get. It was like having a bonus hit. We play it every night when we play live, and people recognize it like it was played on the radio every day. They're like grew up on it. So I'm pretty happy with what we got out of it, like I'm not too bummed or really put off by it not being included on the new one.
Totally.
Get some new bands out there. That's all good.
Yeah, I hear that. Has it been nice to see even, like, the reaction online? Like, "Yo, like, you left them off, like, what the hell?" Like,
Yeah, that was pretty
That was
that was
big.
one of the cool that might have been the raddest thing about the whole thing
yeah,
is just the kind of the outpouring that we got online was interesting to see. It was kind of cool. I
yeah,
mean, we're in a little renaissance from our last new record and the 25th anniversary coming, and this was just all kind of, I don't know. That definitely made it really cool. Like it made it kind of almost cooler than being on it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, even, like, just seeing all the
That people
comments
were
on.
like, "Yo, you should have been on it."
Yep.
Like to me, that's cooler than being on it in a way.
So this wasn't an orchestrated, like, intentional thing, like, "Oh,
I can't, I
what if we
can't
just
say no.
intentionally, like, said no?" And then
No, I think
Oh,
they,
no, no.
I think they just left our asses off.
yeah. But I think it's cool. I mean, just seeing the comments in general on these videos, like, "Yo, yeah, Alien Ant Farm's on TikTok, like, what's up?"
Yeah. Well, we're learning all that. We're just like an older band and in a new time, like I said, like we're lucky enough to have a little bit of a renaissance from our new record and all this social media and like doing viral videos or having like just like good solid promo on socials and stuff like that. It's
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
it's definitely given us a little like up and up, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, seeing friends like Papa Roach and POD kinda, like, popping in the comments, like,
Yeah.
that has to be fun.
Oh, that's
Yeah, yeah,
always
yeah.
rad. And we're just learning from them, like watching them and their little creative moves and stuff, and hopefully they're watching us too.
Yeah. Have you seen any, like, other related videos from the band in the past? Like, one of my favorite accounts is, Crazy Ass New Metal Moments. They posted the Leno performance from 2001, where Dryden was in, like, the Stars and Stripes suit.
We were all dressed up in red, white, and
Yeah,
blue. I remember that was just post 9/11. It was
yeah,
like just after all that shit.
but yeah, I mean, there's a lot
So
of
we
videos like
wanted to
that.
make a little like patriotic statement, which
Yeah,
we
man,
did,
'cause
I think.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's one of the things, like, you guys have always been, you know, willing to have fun and make it a fun thing.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's kind of yeah. I mean,
I feel like being in
without
a
without
band
yeah.
sorry. I feel like being in a band, nothing is serious except for the music.
mhm.
Nothing.
Has there
Yeah,
been
I mean, lighthearted. We were surrounded coming up with a lot of bands that their persona was being like this kind of serious, spooky kind of vibe, and just real serious. Like, and we were always just kind of goofing and being kooks, but we were all serious about our playing and like really got into that. So what Tim says is like pretty spot on. We were always just talking shit and being goofy, but so it was just when it came time to do like videos and records or photo shoots or whatever the fuck, we just kind of like made sure we were ourselves,
yeah,
and
of course.
that was generally the opposite of what everyone else was doing, as far as being cool. And yeah, somehow I feel it opened some like auxiliary doors to our world, in a way that like makes us more accessible because we're funny or whatever. Haha.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Again, I like revisiting things like the video for these days and other stuff I see online. Like, are there other moments that you think back on that like you like to revisit a lot that maybe people don't think about or haven't seen?
Fuck.
Yeah.
All blur these days. I don't know. But I feel like it's too like, acute. Like I feel like there's lots of that shit that comes in at different times.
Mhm.
You know, I'm always thinking of some old story or something with somebody and telling that story, and I don't know. I'm glad to have a million of them as opposed to just like one particular. If, if that makes
Yeah,
Like,
Tim, what about you?
well, I'm gonna be an old. Well, I'm already an old man, but I'm gonna be an older man with lots of stories.
Yeah, what about you, man? Do you have any like memories that stand out over time or?
You know what? It's finally becoming a blur to me.
Mm.
Maybe like 10 years ago, I remembered everything, and then now I'm just glad it's a good blur.
I
And
mean,
not,
Terry brought
I
up a
don't
good
look at
point.
it like
Timmy's not our baby anymore. He's like grown up Timmy now. Grown up, all bitter road rage Tim.
bit
I
of road
mean,
rage, no more overnight flights.
but Terry, you brought up a good point where, yeah, I mean, if it's a blur, then that would imply, I mean, like, there's been so many home runs for the band over the years.
That's a lot
So,
of stuff, right? It's saturation, I suppose.
yeah.
Mental saturation because of too much content. No,
Hey,
I
you
don't know.
remember you
It's
remember
just
the home
it's just
runs when you're
rad to
doing
have a
bunts.
story. I was gonna say sometimes I feel like almost like I should pipe down. Like if I'm with friends or at a party or hanging out and something reminds me of some fucking story or some scenario from the road or whatever, just band life or whatever, or weird kind of exceptional situations with famous people or whatever. Sometimes I'm like worried I'm talking too much. I'm like, no, I don't want to. It's because it's just a lot of stories. It's fun to have a lot of stories as
It
opposed to
is.
just like having like, oh, that one time I fucking met Brian May and that's it, or whatever.
I mean, I like those stories. I
Yeah,
think,
people
yeah.
like stories. That's the kind of relative to social media these days.
I gotta ask, like, so with some of these new bands coming up, has there been other bands where you see them and like, oh, they have it, like they can go the distance with a career, or
I mean, yeah, I mean, I tend to dwell in the past musically a lot these days, but
Mhm,
every now and then you see some band. I definitely, without saying like that, I'm like I have some sort of foresight, like like whether a band is going to be good, like I'm some A&R guy or something. Like I definitely see bands these days that are getting that push that I remember. You know what I'm saying? Like they're being marketed in a certain way, or they're on the right outlets. You know what I mean? Or whatever, to where it's familiar. It's like, oh, that's what we were getting, or what we were going through when we were young, popping band, getting ready to go big time. So I see that shit. You know what I mean? I see when a band is like getting that sort of attention and I recognize it. Just kind of I'm stoked for when we got it. I don't think that it should be something we've would always maintain, but like it's recognizable from when we kind of got rammed through the fucking meat grinder, you know? Like Tim will love that I'd say a band like Turnstile. Like they're like a heavy rock band, but they're getting that spotlight right now. That
I was gonna say Turnstile, but I was gonna say also by the time like I was really into them, they didn't need any nod from anyone. They were already just smashing.
Yeah,
well, yeah,
Turnstile. Yeah.
they got popular fast, and people that are plugged into them and plugged into the promotional world, like
They
it's
love it.
it's a good marriage, you know what I mean? So they're like blowing up, and everyone sees them. You can only kind of just move up.
Yeah, it's crazy because like you bring up a band like Turnstile. Step to Rhythm came out in 2013. So they've been grinding and grinding and grinding, and then they signed a Roadrunner, and then
Baltimore.
yeah, and they got one hell of a manager too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
shout
you?
out. No, shameless to James Vitalo, man, from a band called Backtrack. Yeah, New York hardcore.
I just saw a picture of Turnstile from 2011 compared to now.
Ah.
Man, their guitar player changed, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, how hard is it right now to build a set list these days? Given that you have a brand new record in Mantras, and then you have all these past hits that you know.
It gets hard to rotate it. Once you get the one that works in place
Yeah.
for tour, and you settle into that groove, and you kind of just know it like the back of your hand. That's easy. It's just like when you have to rotate other shit in, because usually that's like your best like kind of representation at that moment in time and space that of like your repertoire or whatnot.
Definitely.
So it gets hard when you're like, okay, we got to rotate some songs in and some out. That's when it's like tough. But
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of records, but some are bigger than others,
Mhm.
and you gotta. This isn't fucking. This is like Broadway. You gotta give people what they want. So what do
Yeah,
people want? They want anthology heavy set, and that's what we do. But we managed to balance it out real good, and we even sell some songs that are maybe off the path. So it works out. We're
mhm.
getting better at it every day.
I'd say
Every
we're
tour we get a little better.
we're pretty intentional about like including a chunk of mantras
Mhm.
once it was out.
Yeah. We play a good 4 songs from it usually,
Yeah.
if we can. So
Yeah,
and there's other songs we can rotate in from that record too. So the record's definitely represented, which I think is that's what's keeping it fun for us on the road.
for sure. I mean, I was looking online at, like, what you guys have been playing, and yeah, I had to wonder, like, is there maybe a chance, like, of a show where you play the album front to back and then maybe come back for a greatest hits encore or
What record? For Metro? Shit, I don't know.
It'd be sick.
It's just nice to be able to sneak in the songs that we can right now while we can, because when it's like it's eventually people like managers and labels and even fans and even yourself, you
yeah,
want to move on eventually and start a new record cycle. But we are super proud of this record. So I don't know if we'll, maybe someday down the line we do a front to back, or if we do something that's just kind of boutique a la carte kind of thing. But we don't really have any plans. But like I was saying, to be able to just kind of, like maybe milk another year out of this record would
mhm,
be awesome. I have to say it. It's just, this record meant a lot to us. It came from a deep
yeah,
part of us. So
definitely,
it's been kind of fun to kind of be out supporting it, giving these songs here and there where we can. Anyway, I'm being sentimental.
I mean, I remember when I first heard the record, um, Big Picture sent out the record before, and I was like, "Oh, hell yeah."
Right.
And, hearing how good it was from some of the recording engineers, Alan Benita, he was in France, I want to say, working on it remotely.
Oh,
He was
okay.
he was mentioning how awesome it was just on
He works
Facebook.
with Lucas, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, I got to hear this. And then, yeah, I mean, just it was awesome to hear the first time. And I was like, this is awesome. And
Cool, man. Thank you.
when you guys first dropped that, though, I mean, it must have felt euphoric, just like having it out there in the universe after not releasing music for a while.
Yeah.
I
I
felt real
mean,
good.
yeah, it was like fucking 9 years or whatever. So it
Yeah,
was Timmy's first record with us. So I,
Hit
totally.
it.
I yeah, well, it's cool for him to have that now, after all these years of fucking putting in the bass flagging for us, among other things. Like he's represented sonically now.
Definitely. Like, Tim, what was that like for you, like having that album out?
It's dope, man. It's like tangible evidence that I was here.
Yeah. When
No
you
one
guys
can deny it now.
That's
when you
right.
guys went into the writing process, was there a particular goal in mind, or was it just to get an album out there?
I think
It
me
was
and Terry
neither.
did a bunch a long time, a bit ago, and then kind of mixed with some newer ideas as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was kind of neither. It was kind of like we weren't doing shit as a band because the pandemic was happening. Like we were, everybody was smashed a lot. What else? But I was hanging out at home a lot. I wrote a lot like that. Um, and then stuff just got commingled eventually. But so I say both because I think it was just like, or neither, I should say, not both. I say neither because I feel like we were all just kind of in a pause. You know what I mean? There was no motive behind what we were writing or how it was getting put together. Like anything we were doing was kind of on our own at the time. That got like commingled down the line
Yeah. I mean, do you
when
have
when things mellowed out. But it was cool because it gave us like a cool like hard reset, like kind of like we rebooted and everybody kind of came out of their funks and we reconvened on this record and pulled it together like a fucking masterpiece that we think it is.
do you have any, like, favorite aspects about writing and recording the album, or
I don't know, not necessarily. Like it's kind of like it was. It wasn't anything we did in a fancy studio or anything, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
we have our own studio it's the same place we rehearse. It's where
Mhm.
Mike lives. It's here in Riverside where we live, and we just kind of put our heads down and got to work.
It's very like I think it's a nice aspect doing it in Mike's house to just kind of like come and go instead of being like on this like intense schedule. Like there wasn't a real intense
Yeah,
schedule or like you have this long to get this done. It was
it's
just
not a time is money feeling. Definitely not like on the
Yeah.
clock, which is great, and it's close. It's just like a hop, skip, and a jump. Roll to the studio with your fucking dogs or whatever, and again, when I say studio, it's just like your homie's house.
Absolutely. But it
So it's
saves
like you're
money.
going to hang. But we got all our stuff there, and what we're recording and putting together there is quite industry standard.
Yeah, I mean, and again, why I push the idea of, like, playing the album front to back is that, some of my favorite Alien Ant Farm songs are on this record. Whether that's, like,
Amazing.
Fade or Storm's Over. I mean, I gotta wonder, like, what tracks
We
really
played
stick out
both
to
of
you?
those live.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, rightfully so. Do you guys have a particular favorite that sticks out to you, or is it kind of an all
To play
it's
or
just in general? Like, I mean,
from that record?
yeah.
I don't know. I like Prosperous Futures. It's like been my favorite song off the record, I think. I don't
Yeah.
know why. It's just spooky. I feel like that verse is my little like stab at Jeff Buckley, everybody here wants you kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm all pleased with the way it came out. Dryden just nailed it. I don't know. All the songs are great. Dryden did such a great job. Like I don't even know how he just got better as a singer.
Yeah,
But
to put
yeah,
up
Prosperous Futures for me.
yeah, that's I It was kind of like there was a chunk of them, and then right now it's Prosperous Futures because we don't play it live, I think. So I think
Yeah, we
about
don't
it
play that
more.
one live. We haven't played it yet, so it's still like kind of ominous.
Still feels like exciting and like
We haven't made it
what if we
ours
did?
yet.
How did
We
the
haven't made it our bitch yet.
Everything She Wants cover come about?
I don't even remember. Like
I feel
just
like that was just real quick while we were doing the other three, the original three for the record. It kind of like
it, it
formulated
pro-
and you riffed it out so quick.
I feel like it was, yeah, like it came about like anything goofy that we do as a joke. We're something we fucking were making each other laugh about, trying to, you know what I mean? And then it turned into an actual situation. Like, let's cover it. All right. So yeah, it had to be like mapped out, whatever. But I think it was fun. I never had any real expectations from it except for it was our next serious release as a cover song. We
Yeah.
didn't really care. So, but it came out really good. It
Yeah, I
sounds
did.
awesome. I think as a song, it sounds fucking, it's still got some of that like powerful emotion that only homie can emote. You know what I mean? That George Michael's kind of rawness. Like Dryden has that same kind of quality to his vocals, in my
Yeah.
opinion. He's got that kind of just like, I don't know. It's just raw gay energy. No, I'm kidding. He's no, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Swagger
he's
almost.
a flamboyant singer, you know what I mean? And George Michaels is like that too. They both know how to like put the feeling into the bend of their vocals
Yeah, charisma.
is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Yeah. So
But it's a super duper catchy cover. Like, I'll find myself like driving and like dun, 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 like I'm like, okay.
As I almost forget that it's on the record because we
Yeah.
did that like soft release during the pandemic with
Mhm.
the
yeah,
video.
yeah. So yeah, that was the trip because that was like years before the record.
I gotta wonder,
It
like,
ended up being years.
given that you guys are an independent band, I mean, there's no label to really report to. Do you guys maybe mull around the idea of doing a covers album?
I mean, we've talked about that a million times over the years.
Yeah. I mean,
And it's not really a label thing or whatever. It's just, I mean, if it ever happens, it'll happen. It's more like a sport thing to us. I think I don't know about a whole record of it.
yeah. I mean,
Know who'd care to hear that?
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I still come back to like 4 Years Strong did a 90s cover album that they released like maybe 10 plus years ago that still cooks. I mean, even an EP would be cool. And plus, that might give Mantra still enough time to get that spotlight before the next album comes out.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and then the title track at the end feels very much like a series finale with the callbacks to past lyrics and album titles. Was that intentional to kind of have that feel or
In a way, I mean, it's not like anything like some kind of solid omen or whatever, but I think Dryden wanted to like summarize like stuff from the past. And it's funny though, because a lot of people have said that it seemed very conclusive. But, it's just kind of, I don't know, just a recap. I'd say it's more that than anything else.
Well, callback, homage.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very fitting, like a series finale, like almost like opening a new chapter for the band in a way. Like maybe having a spin-off near other the end, or
Well, you never know.
it was funny because I was thinking about like I saw that Dryden did an Overkill cover on TikTok, and I thought about the fact that Colin Hay was on Scrubs a lot back in the day. I think there was like maybe 4 episodes where he would just like pop up and sing. Alien Ant Farm could be in like a particular show. What would you hope it would be?
The Righteous Gemstones ended too soon.
Is the last season dope? I mean, I haven't seen it yet.
I love it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
It
looking
got
forward.
dumb for a minute, but why wouldn't it?
Yeah, because I think it'd be fun to like have a band like you guys like pop up every now and then on a show. playing, the Alien Ant Farm song where it's like, oh, it's like even just passing by, you guys are playing
Hey,
movies or
tell them Alien Ant Farm. Whoever those people are, tell them. I'm sure it wouldn't be a bother to us.
I think I saw something online, maybe it was like Rock Feed, they were talking about, you guys being on the new GTA radio when that comes
Oh, yeah.
out. That'd be fun.
I didn't even know about that.
But that'd be fun.
I remember when I remember Spider telling me back at when Power Man 5000 played at the Peach Pit on 90210 years ago.
Yeah, man. But yeah, have you guys started writing for a new album or like just even like ideas?
Not really, no. I mean,
No.
ideas are always around.
Yeah, because it feels weird that Monsters has been out for a year, and
Yeah, that's what I
You're
was
telling
saying.
me, man.
We don't want it to end.
Yeah.
so I had to go back and check. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, I guess it was just about then where I was getting
No,
like the
it's
advance.
6 months. It's still 8 months,
Has it been 8 months or
right?
no? Has it been a year?
What is it?
7 months.
My
It's still only
14 month
it's not even a
old
year
sweet
old
baby
yet.
Jesus mantras?
Has there been any chance of like maybe doing some remixes from the album where maybe some guest vocalists come on or
Nothing. Yeah, not really. Nothing we've
Waiting for
talked about.
Zed. Waiting for the call from
yeah,
Zed.
but even like having like just maybe a Sunny Sandoval from POD come on for a track and just or whoever else you guys might be close with.
Yeah, no discussions.
It would be cool.
Yeah,
I mean, we haven't talked about it or anything. I mean, the time's kind of come and gone for that, but maybe the next record. You never know.
yeah, for sure.
Or some
Yeah,
collab in between.
I know you guys are touring this summer and beyond, and then you guys have some fall dates lined up. But from you guys, a package ideally, would you guys like to jump on like maybe a Newfound Glory package or a Papa Roach package or
I don't know. We've talked about, if we could tour with some of those old bands that we used to tour with again, then we would always gladly do that. That's fun.
yeah,
But you never know. Sometimes it's fun to tour with a band that's kind of like us as far as like, having history in the past, but sometimes it's fun to jump on with some new band that's kind of, like going a new direction or whatever.
yeah,
I don't know. We don't have any plans again, but maybe next year I'll produce something.
for
We're
sure.
going out with what is it, Finger 11? We're going out with them
Yeah,
September. What is it, late August, September? Or no, late
September, October.
September into October. My bad.
yeah.
And Skindred.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're going
Okay.
around Germany with Skin.
Yeah, I mean, do you have plans kind of already booked for next year or
Not
Not
really.
next year, no.
no? Not yet.
Not anything we can talk about.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but as long as they're like in the works, though,
Sure.
Big things coming.
that works. But yeah, there is some designs on the web store for mantras. Or is there any other maybe like 25th anniversary stuff maybe in the works for anthology that might be like print to order?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm sure when the time comes for that, we'll have some sort of collection together, some sort of drop.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
I can see that just being hot. That would be awesome. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wrap with this. You guys have done so much over the years. Do you guys have any other goals in mind as a band?
I'd like to just keep, advancing for the next few years, see how it goes. Maybe
Mhm.
turn some other territories into a more yearly, annual kind of thing.
Yeah,
Going to some other countries a little more often than we have in the past. That would be cool, and we'll see what happens.
Onward, upward, expanding, and
Yeah,
trying
more
to have a smile
festivals.
while doing it.
We do good festivals, and we have fun doing them. So
cool, man. And like you guys are on social, on Instagram.
absolutely.
Let's think personally, and then as a band as well. Cool. And then anything else that you guys might want to push or drop or put out
Not
there.
really. Just stay tuned for next year as far as some new releases and stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah.
and thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for having
totally.
us.
And make sure and spin mantras,
Yep, and
Yes,
I'm
please.
buying stock in Riverside.
dude, for sure.
Awesome, man.
Give me
Thank
one
you.
second.